We are fc42, and this is our D1 presentation for the CS6440 team project, fall semester 2018. Our project is the Opioid Crisis Management Dashboard. FC42 consists of Jason, who is our project manager. You and Nick will be providing development support. Yang and Michael will be doing quality assurance, and Michael is going to pick up some of our development needs. And I am Edward Scott Daniels, also a developer. Externally, our mentors are Juan and Ubio, both from Georgia State University. Finally, our internal TA mentor is Michael Romano. Nationally, we are in the midst of an opioid usage crisis, and this has become an epidemic. Reliable research data related to the crisis has lagged so far behind that it is almost unusable. And when that data is there, it's sometimes very difficult to interpret. At the bottom of this slide, we've included a Health and Human Services graphic to illustrate the severity of the epidemic and to make it clear the need for the timely research data. It should be clear from this graphic that this is no small problem. HHS recognizes that this is a problem as it is listed amongst its 5 priorities to address it as the need for better data. Solution component to that is a dashboard fueled with fire-based or fire-derived data. And to that end, we have 3 main project goals. First of all, we need to understand the fire resources which will contribute to the dashboard. We need to design a representation of that data that we're going to present. And finally, we need to build the interactive dashboard that communicates this information that we've pulled from fire or fire resources to the users. We had a meeting with our external customers, or external mentors, and that allowed us to narrow down the core requirements for the project. Our dashboard will be web or browser based. The frequency with which we update the information has yet to be nailed down, but it will be at least as frequent as a refresh initiated by the user. We'll focus only on data that's available from fire servers. Thus, there's not a need for us to pull data from other sources, as was initially indicated in the write-up. Our advisors have not asked for any particular language for us to code this in, though they would prefer something that's well known, and we'll probably end up going with Python and JavaScript. Finally, the customer will provide us with an external fire server to use in addition to the fire servers that we have available through Georgia Tech. As we go along with this project, we are going to have to keep in mind that further down the road, not a part of our deliverable, will be the need for this to be used and integrated possibly with other research efforts at Georgia State. That allows us to talk a little bit about who's going to be using us. Out of the box, it'll be mostly researchers. They're going to combine us with some efforts that they have going on now where they're mining data from various sources, including the dark web. In the future, though, we do see this as being a beneficial application for healthcare providers, possibly law enforcement. Even educators or assistance programs could make use of this kind of a dashboard. Jason has put together a Gantt chart, which we've split over a couple of slides to show what's going on here. And we'll concentrate on deliverables 1 and 2 at the top of this page. We've identified several tasks that need to be done over the next 2 deliverable time periods, and we've made assignments where applicable. And that continues for the deliverables 3, 4, and 5 shown here. Finally, what is it that we're going to be concentrating on over the next couple of weeks as we move toward deliverable 2? First, we need to do what we call fire resource research. What resources within a fire repo are available and will be fitting for us to use. We need to create an HTTP server for testing, start into our high-level application design. Importantly, we need to take a look at what our developer strengths are and divvy up the development tasks based on strengths and weaknesses. And finally, we need to investigate how we're going to possibly containerize this for our final deliverable to our TAs at Georgia Tech. And that brings us to the end of our talk. Thank you.